Hello and welcome back to another episode of Father to Fathers podcast. I'm your host Emmanuel.
And I am your host Alex. Welcome guys.
Welcome back. Hope you had a lovely week. How's your week been, Alex?
Busy, man.
Yeah?
I'm not gonna lie to you, it's been busy.
Can I just say something? It's coming home!
Oh, here we go.
It's coming home. It's been one hell of a week. I'll be looking forward to the episode. It's our first one of the new season of the questions and dilemmas. Right, well I guess let's go straight into it, yeah?
Can't go wrong with that.
Before we obviously go into it, so I want to big shout out to everyone that's supported us. You know, first season on YouTube, the feedback's been great, the support has been great. So thank you very much for all your lovely messages. We appreciate it and we are grateful. So yes, just keep supporting, and yeah. So, some of you lot are sending your questions. I've picked the best ones out of the bunch, so we don't, waste time. So the first one is.
Oh my days! Already, I know you've been waiting to.
All right, cool. I'm ready. First one. My child walked in on me having sex. And now he's been asking questions. How do I go about this?
So you allowed your child... Hey, wait. First of all, before I say anything, this is a safe space. We don't judge nobody over here. But damn, how did you allow your child to walk in on you having sex?
Let's be honest, yeah. We don't know the situation.
We don't know the situation. Of course not.
The child could have his own room, and they're having,
What, the child doesn't have their own room?
No, the child could have his own room. They could be having, a good time, and the child walks in out of nowhere, like, "Oh, mommy, daddy, I can't sleep," and then, halfway through mid-stroke.
Okay, well, yeah. To be fair, I don't want to start just assuming, because in my head, I will automatically assume that the person's probably not with, the child's...
No, I don't think that's what they said. No, just my child.
No, exactly. That's what I mean. That's why I'm just...
My child walked in on me having sex and now asking me questions. How do I go about the situation?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So we don't really have a lot of context with that. I don't know. It depends on the age, innit? Like if your kid's like, I don't know, 1 or 2. I'm
assuming it's old enough.
Oh yeah, he's asking questions as well. He's even asking questions.
What was your daddy doing, mommy?
Bro, that's a sticky situation still. I guess for me, if a child walks in on you having sex and they're aware, they know that what you're doing isn't, it's something that they've never seen before. I guess you just gotta be honest with them. You don't obviously just tell them, yeah, you're having sex, you're, getting your back blown out or anything like that. You don't even gonna tell them that, but you are gonna just be like, look, there's things that adults do to show love or appreciation for each other, or to just enjoy each other. And this is just what it is, and then you gauge how old and how mature the child is that you want to go into, all the other nitty and gritty. Is it the birds and the bees that they say? Is that what they say? Whatever, all of that. Yeah, then you can gauge how far you want to go into that with them. But you can't. There's no point in lying to them. You just gotta tell them what it is, isn't it?
For me, I just feel like there's so much to unpack. Like, number one, why had that child not been taught to knock the door? Before he walks into the room,
big shout.
Why are you just walking into my room without knocking? Like, I don't care whether it's late or tight, you still knock the door. That's out of the way. And then we're assuming and we're hoping that they're actually together and not just a link or someone that you're dating, because that would just be so awkward, hella awkward. But yeah, you know what, Alex said it all, man. All I can say is just be honest. Sit them down, have conversations, and who knows? It could be the perfect time to have that sex talk with them.
Yeah, depending on their age, 100%.
It could be the right.
I'm just trying to think that if it was my son, if it was AJ that came into the room.
I'm about to flip it to you now. How would you feel if your son walked in when you're having sex?
Me personally, I wouldn't. If it's not somebody that I'm serious with, they wouldn't be around my child anyway. Mm-hmm. So I wouldn't. If it got to that stage where my son is bumping into me having sex in my own house.
Bumping into you.
Yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, this is my house. You just stay here for a bit. But How would I take? I mean, yeah. So it would be a lot easier for me because ain't no random stranger gonna be in my house where my child is. Just no way.
Okay, does it make a difference if it's a daughter then? Cause I feel like with my son, yeah, I'll be cool with it. Like I just
Nah.
not cool with it, but I'll have a conversation. I'll just be like, I'll sit there with him. But I feel like with my daughter, yeah, it's I don't know. Maybe it's just me being me, but I just feel like that conversation becomes a bit trickier to.
I think it's because how old is your daughter now? She's
She's sick. I'm just saying in general. Like
I don't think
no father wants to ever see. Number one, no father wants to ever see any of the children like walking on them having sex. Because even now, as a big age now, if you walk to their parents having sex,
no, I don't even have that. I don't want to think about it.
Exactly.
I think
so I just feel like imagine
one-way
like
ticket
your
to
son. You
therapy
could
right
your
there.
son. You could like have like a man-to-man conversation and just be like, listen. You know, this is what it is, etc., etc. I just feel like the conversation is different when it's with your daughter because a lot of the time, yeah, we try, obviously yes, we want to teach our son to respect women and and treat women correctly, but then the conversation I know I'm going to have with my daughter is going to be different to the conversation I'm going to have with my son when it comes to that stage of dating, being in a relationship, etc., etc. So I just feel like it'll be so much different if my daughter walked in on me having sex. I feel like.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, no, I 100% agree. I feel like the way that you tell your son about sex would be a little bit different than how you tell your daughter about it, obviously because there's different things that go into it. But I feel like at the end of the day, you just gotta tell them what it is and just be honest with them about what it is that's happening. Like I don't have a daughter, so I can't speak about how exactly I would go about it.
Yeah.
But I'm gathering that yes, it would be a difficult conversation to have, but it would be a thing of, yeah, this is what grown-ups do, what a man and a woman do together, to enjoy themselves or to show their love or appreciation for each other, etc., etc. But then obviously because you're protective of your daughter, innit? That's your baby girl, so you're gonna be a bit like, this isn't something that you just do with everybody. You're gonna start going into how you what's the word just the precautions of it and stuff. But obviously, again, it depends on the age of your daughter and stuff. So
yeah, just like guess. Side note quickly. Do you think as fathers, you would treat your son differently to how you treat your daughter?
In what way?
In everything.
In everything. Yeah, no, not discipline.
Like
not discipline.
Discipline, rewards. Like, do you feel like
not rewards.
How you are with your kids is different?
Differently in a different sense, not in like discipline and not in like rewards and stuff like that, but I think it would be in the sense of how I want my son to see the world. The way that I'll raise him would be different to how I would want my daughter to see the world, because in the sense of I want my daughter to be protected. I don't want her thinking that men can just do whatever they like and she just has to deal with it. I want her to be able to raise herself in a higher standard and be able to gauge properly how to deal with people, especially men. Whereas with my son, it's a bit more like you have to learn to. Well, no, to be fair, it's kind of similar, because at the end of the day, you still have to learn how to protect yourself. You still have to learn how to stand your ground, and you have to learn how to make the right decision and learn how to make the right decisions in certain situations in life. So yes and no. Yes and no. It's just, I guess it's just a different way of how you look at things.
No, why I asked, yeah, because obviously I have conversations with people and other mothers and fathers. And with what's going on with society nowadays, yeah, there's that issue of like, okay, why do we focus on how women carry themselves or how women dresses? Why can't we focus on disciplining the boys, how to respect women, how to? So that's why I just asked that question. Like,
that's
do you think it's different?
It is a good point, because we don't really go into some. We talk about girls and like how they need to protect themselves from men and what to do to find in a dangerous situation when it comes to men, but we never really have the conversations with boys about how they need to respect women more. We talk about respect, but we don't go into it like, look, there's certain things that you just don't do with a girl. You don't put your hand on her inappropriately if she doesn't want to. Consent is real. Consent is something that you have to do.
That needs to be taught on both parties.
That needs to be taught on both parties. We don't have that with boys though. We don't really do that a lot with boys, and I feel like that's something that this generation is starting to pick up on and is starting to be more aware of.
No, yeah, I agree with you, because in the African house growing up here, it was literally focused on the daughters. Like, oh, what good man wants to marry you if you can't do this or you can't do that, and it was never focused on how men should be, on how to be good husbands, or all this, how women should be good wives. So I'm glad our generation is finally waking up and realizing that gone are the days of our parents.
I think we're the ones that are gonna start raising healthier kids. I think so, because of all the conversations that we're having.
Amen.
It's a good thing
to
see.
Yeah, that's that's a whole different conversation anyway. That's a whole different conversation. So let's not get sidetracked too much. So to answer the question, what I'll do, sit them down, or sit him or her down, have the conversation, be real, be open. You know your child more than anybody. You know how mature how they are, and next time lock your doors or get doors. get a door. Get a lock on your door. I mean,
true.
Even though your kid is one of them kids that just walk into the room anyhow, anywhere. Like just because you're a parent now doesn't mean you can't still enjoy your sex life.
Or your privacy.
Yeah, exactly. General. Yeah, get a lock on your door so it doesn't happen again. That's it. Anything else?
Nah, that's it
for
me.
All right,
said
cool.
It perfectly.
We'll move it on. Oh, okay. This is nice. Okay, not nice, but it's a good topic.
These dilemmas are crazy.
So my daughter's dad sees his other child and spend time with her more than it does with my daughter.
So he has another child and he spends more time with that other child than he does with this current child.
So it's basically like me now, you're spending more time with my daughter
than you are with your son.
Yeah, and spending more money on her, etc., etc.
Damn. Well, so clearly he's got favorites.
He's got
favorites. You know what I mean? Like, something.
Wait,
something's missing in the other one. I'm joking. It's not that.
Yeah. Bad. So yes. Wait. Let me just read that properly. Hold on. So yeah, my daughter's dad sees his other child and spend more time with her than it does with my own daughter. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. He has a favourite. There's an underlying issue there between.
That's it. Something's coming to mind. I don't think it's even the child's fault. It could be. It's a possibility. It could be a relationship thing between one mum and the other. So he might, even if he's not with any of them, he might get along more with the other parent, which obviously means that he's spending more time with that child than he is with, maybe he's arguing more with the other parent, which makes it a bit more difficult for him to spend more time or more money, I guess, with the other child. You know what I mean? So, but again, we don't know the situation. We've just given that little scenario there, but there's a lot that could go into it. I'm not saying that it's right. I mean, I don't have, like I keep saying, I only have one kid. I don't know how hard it can be to, give your love and time and attention to, more than one child. What would you say in that regards? Because you're in that boat.
No, I'm not in that boat.
You got two kids.
I love both my
Yeah. No, that's what I mean. Like you've got two kids. So how are you able to gauge all that?
The only way, like, I always make sure that when I have them, 99.9% of the time I have them together. Because then I don't want that thing of they grow up separately. I try to have them together, so they grow up together, they know each other, and I can see that anyway. When I go and see my son, I'm like, oh, is Kia coming? Or I'm like, oh, not today. So they have that relationship, they have that bond, which is good. In this situation, it's like you said, it might not even be the child's fault. It might just be he gets along. Like I realize with us men, we like the easy route.
100%. We want peace. Any guy over the age of 25, trust me, if there's one thing he wants, it's peace.
We like the easy route. So if it's a situation, like if he's seen other child more, it just means that the mother of that child is giving him more peace than you are. That's the truth of the matter. That's not saying that. Okay, not the truth of the matter, but in my opinion, I think that's what it could be. It gets along with the other one more.
I agree.
And sees maybe sees her more as they got family units.
Because if he's raising a child is not easy as it is, so you're gonna want it to be as easy as possible. And 100%. One parent is making it easier for you to be a father, and the other one is maybe not making it as easy. Or they're arguing more. There's a lot more conflict. It's natural for him to want to just, even if he doesn't realize it, it's natural for him to just divert more towards the one that's where it's a lot peaceful and more easier, more family orientated than to be going to the other one where he's complaining, he's probably struggling to find it hard to see his child anyway because of the arguments and that kind of stuff. But I don't want to just assume that that's the issue. There could be many reasons why. But that's something that you would have to like talk to him about.
Yeah, I'm about to say that. Yeah,
communicate. I say this in almost every episode. Communication is key. Communication is the biggest thing that can help any type of relationship. So what you need to do is talk to him. Don't be trying to get in his face and all of that stuff. But talk to him like an adult and be like, this is the situation. I'm not happy with it. Why is this happening? And then you take it from there. You have that, mature conversation. And then you find a way to compromise if a compromise is needed. And then just make them aware of it. And then we just take it from there. That's it.
Yeah, just to add to what you just said, communication is definitely big. And don't make it about yourself. Don't make it like about yourself. Or don't come under attack. The issue here is your daughter. If you feel like he's not spending as much time with her as he's with the other one, then yeah, raise it up. And to be honest, some guys, if you don't bring it up here, they think okay, everyone's okay. So yeah, bring it up to him and just say, listen, I've noticed that you seem to spend more time with child A than you do with child B. Why? What is the reason? And I like to think that you guys can have an open and honest and a mature conversation, and hear him out, and hope moving forward, put some sort of like arrangement in place. Okay, fine. If you're gonna see child A all the time or on the weekends, why can't you just take child B with you? Because then two things, it's seeing both children and then they both have a relationship. I think right now he's treating it as two separate kids rather than one big family
unit.
Or unit. It both like basically they're half siblings, and I always encourage people that have got two kids or two or more kids with different women. Forget about the women. It's about the children. It's about the children. You don't want them to grow up here and then they start finding out they've got siblings in north, in east, in west, and it's like, oh, right, swear down. You want to think about the future. You want them to have a relationship, grow up together, and know of each other. So yeah, have a conversation with him, and be mature about it. And hopefully you guys can sort it out.
Do it out of love, guys. Do it out of love. It's all about love at the end of the day.
No, it's true. No, it's true. I just feel like until I think I said it before, until both parents sort out the individual issues that they have with each other, it's going to be very, very hard to have a healthy co-parenting, because you're just going to be hating on a mom, hating on a dad. For why? Don't punish the kids for your mistakes, man. Mm-hmm. Like, that's what I'm gonna say. Don't punish the kids for your mistake. And the father, if you're listening, do better, man. Don't be having favourites. Yeah, trust. Do better. All right, cool. Oh, so this is actually a statement, that I saw on Twitter, and I thought it would be a good conversation to have.
Talk to me.
Yeah, be a good conversation to have and see what people's opinion think. So, the statement was, poor people having children is selfish as they aren't able to financially provide for them, and it is unfair because the children will suffer. What do we think? I'll read it again. Poor people having children is selfish as they aren't able to financially provide for them, and it is unfair because the children will suffer. What do you think? Or what do we think?
To be fair.
Wait, what's poor though? Define poor.
Yeah, no, that's a good question. Define poor, because poor to somebody, if you're a millionaire, poor could be like having 50k salary. Like if you got billions, you see someone that's only got 50k salary, you're gonna think, broke ass. Like, you know what I mean? So it's very what's the word I'm looking for? Vague, ambiguous, that kind of thing. But I guess in the general sense, poor is somebody that doesn't have enough money to meet
make ends meet.
Make ends meet. So, and we all know that kids are expensive. Kids, it's not a walk in the park.
Don't remind me.
When it comes financially. Kids will break your bank, and to an extent, I do agree, it is selfish, but kids need a lot more than finances. It takes more than just finances to raise a child. If that was the case, then you know, all these dads that, you know, just spend money on the kids and don't spend time with them, they would be great dads. They would raise great kids.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
in a sense, yes, finances. It's like marriage at the end of the day. Finances play a big part in raising a child. You need money to feed them. You need money to take care of them. You need money to send them to school, buy them, you know, uniform and trips to go out, go on holiday, see the world, that kind of thing, to reward them by them. There's things that they need financially, but it's not the only thing. With kids, if all you have is money to raise a kid, you still don't really have anything in my eyes.
Money plays a big part, man.
Money plays a big part.
Let's not lie. Let's call it what it is. Money plays a big part, yeah, in raising a child. Do you ever see any of these rich kids crying?
Yeah, actually, if you actually think about it, there's a lot of rich parents out there whose kids hate the hell out of them.
No,
Kids hate them, and why is that? Because all they gave them was money. If you're not raised, if you haven't spent enough time, if all you're doing is chasing the money to spend on your kids, but you're not having enough time to actually raise them, get to know them.
Oh, Alex, man, you're
No,
going off route, man.
Nah, this ain't off route.
We're not
This
talking
ain't off
about
route.
parenting. With the statement said, yeah, that like if you know you're poor and then having a child, yeah, knowing that you're not going to be able to financially provide for that child, because you have to understand, yeah, before the child gets to that age where the child can hate you. You need nappies, you need bottles, you need shelter, you need clothes, and we all know that babies, yeah, they go through nappies, clothes like nothing. Like I feel like as they get older, they get less expensive. For me, anyway. Some people might disagree, and after that, you know, by 16 they're working. So really and truly, yeah, you don't give that much money anyway. But the point is, yeah, I feel like it's a hard one because no one is in a position to judge. You know, some people have children, and we hear it all the time. You know, they come from a poor background and they end up being footballers. They end up being millionaires. They end up being, you know, a lot. And that's people's stories.
That is true.
So
that is true.
Sometimes having a child is an investment because that child can make.
But see, this is what I mean. You spend time with that child to raise them so that they can do that, though. That's what I'm saying.
But what about people that are poor? Yeah, for example, especially some parents. You hear all the time, my mum was working 2 jobs just to make ends meet. What about that? You can't fault a parent in that situation.
What do you mean?
Like,
no.
She'll work on the day and then work on the night and then time to probably see the kids.
And they're doing it, and they're all doing all of that to fend for the child. Yeah, that's cool. I hear all of that.
You can't fault a woman for that.
I'm not faulting a woman specifically. I'm not faulting any woman specifically. What I'm saying is, if all you have to give is money, there's only so much that a child can do off of just money. Like, you cannot just raise a child on finances. You actually need to be able to teach them. You need to be able to actually spend time with them to know what it is. For instance, now, who the siblings? Tennis.
Oh,
Venus and Serena. Cool. Yeah. Their dad, they weren't rich. They were not rich. I don't know how broke they were, but they were not rich at the start.
Yeah.
Their dad spent multiple hours upon hours upon hours of time invested into them for them to be who they are today.
Money.
I'm sure money played a big part of it. But it was the time that their dad invested into them which made them who they are. So we can't say.
When you say time, yeah. when you say time, invested in them. Is it not a thing of like money still played a part? I'm
not denied that.
Let's because with this statement, yeah, there's an element of truth to it, and the element of you can't judge people's situation. And now why I say that, yeah, you get people that are on benefits, and especially in this country, yeah, in the UK, and they will have like 6-7 kids, and they don't work, living on benefits, and they're living in like mansions because
of the benefits.
Because the government is providing for
them. Yeah, that happens.
And then you get some parents who got 1 or 2 children, and they are struggling financially, but yet they don't get help, or the money that they get from the government is not enough. And also you will get a situation as well where people always say, oh, don't have children until you're financially stable, etc., etc. Or like you meet a woman now, for example, she's like, look, I'm not ready to have a child now because my finance is not where I need it to be, etc., etc. Which is understandable, but I just feel like when you have a child, if you're poor and you have a child, two things will happen. That child will motivate you to either work harder, make ends meet, and push yourself, or you could just sit down and feel sorry for yourself and you're living in poverty. Like it's very even like when you look at what's it called, like these third world countries, yeah, where they'll get like they've got kids and they're living in a place that's not exactly stable for children. Sometimes I'm thinking, but like you can't just, I don't know, I just feel like just because they live in that situation, they don't have rights to be mothers or fathers. Like,
I always, you know what, you make a good point there, because sometimes I look at them on TV.
It's tough.
I look at them on TV and I'm like, all these third world countries where they're suffering, like the poverty levels is crazy, but they're still having kids. And sometimes I'll think to myself, but you're struggling like this, but what, you're still having kids? Why is that? And it's kind of hard because, like you said, you can't tell somebody that they can't have kids. You can't do that. But in the same sense,
I mean, in China they do. It's like one child per household.
yeah, that is true. But see, even then, they still allow them to have kids, and it's not even like a financial thing. It's just population is too much out there. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's a sticky one. But I think when it comes to having kids, it's not. In this world, in this day and age, I think and that's why I think people are having kids at a lot later stage. You cannot just have kids and it just be vibes. You know what I mean? It can't just be that. You gotta look at it and think, okay, this is the situation I'm in. This is the financial situation I'm in. This is the emotional and mental situation that I'm in. It can't just be about money. It can never, ever, ever just be, I am rich, so I can have as much kids as I want. No. Financially, mentally, and emotionally, am I able, but to raise healthy kids is what I mean. Not to just raise kids that are just going to be out there helter-skelter, hating you and doing the bare crazy stuff. No. To raise healthy kids that are going to be, beneficial to society and everything, is the whole package. Am I financially, emotionally, and mentally capable to have a child and raise it? You know what I mean? So it's, even if you don't have time, even if you don't have all the time to raise a kid, do I have money to pay for childminder, or do I have resources where I can have people that's around to look after the kids while I'm working, or I have to go to a meeting, or I have to do this and this and that. So it takes a lot more than just saying, if you're poor, you can't have kids. You know what I mean? It's not just that.
I guess, like I said, first thing I said was define poor. But I think by poor, you've kind of like mentioned the whole thing, which is you have to be physically, mentally, psychologically, all of that, emotionally, financially, everything ready for a child.
Agreed.
And I feel like if you're rich in all them areas equally, then to me, you're not poor.
You're not poor.
Like you said,
doesn't matter about money.
You could have a rich person, but psychologically they're not ready to be, or emotionally they're not ready to be parents. They distance themselves from their children. Forever send them off to boarding school or straight after school piano classes, these classes, just to avoid spending time with their children.
Yep.
So you know what? Now that I've kind of like talked about it, so my answer would be, it's not selfish if you're rich in the aspects that you need to be a parent, but it's selfish if you ain't got any of them aspects and you still had a child, knowing that bringing the child into this world, you're not financially ready, you're not emotionally ready, you're not spiritually ready, you're not psychologically ready, and then you still went ahead and
have
a baby.
Obviously, we know that things happen.
Things happen. But I'm talking about it just in general.
And even if it does happen,
you plan for a baby knowing you're not ready. That's selfish.
Yeah, but exactly. But even when these things happen, like you realize that you're about to have a kid, then you make yourself ready. You find a way to make yourself ready. I know it's easier said than done. Trust me, I've been there. It's easier said than done. But you find a way. You just have to. Whether it takes you 3 years, 5 years, you find a way. And yeah, man, that's just it. That's my take on that.
Yeah, I think we've covered the whole range of it. Alright, cool. But yeah, let us know what you guys think.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
I'm intrigued to see what you guys think. Yeah, just drop it in the comments or drop us a DM. Anything like what do you guys think? Do you guys agree with us? Do you disagree with us? Are there some bits you agree, disagree with? Let us know what you think. I'm intrigued. So this last one, this will be the last one. Because I want to save the rest for future episodes. So there was a video. This was again from Instagram this time. There was a video that was circulating. I saw it and I was like, you know what, this will be good. This will be good. So we'll get it up for you as well. So just have a quick look. So it basically is a caption. It says, "Found out my son was really my uncle. My granddad was sleeping with my girl the whole time we were staying with him."
Oh, that guy is down.
Hey, I can't even laugh. But
that is rough.
If you guys are on social media, you'll have seen it as well. But yeah, for those of you that haven't seen it, we'll pop the video.
Punch in the air.
So found out my son was really my uncle. My granddad was sleeping with my girl the whole time we were staying with him.
That is so bad.
Somebody has to die.
I'm telling you, you gotta fight somebody.
Somebody has to fight. Somebody has to die.
What? That is rough.
I would even wish that on my worst enemy.
Nah, I wish that on my worst enemy still. I can't lie. That's the kind of rough that yeah, I'm sorry. You can't even make that kind of stuff up. Like, you can't. That's just sad. Wait, so you're telling me that you went to your granddad's house? No, you went to his granddad. You went to your granddad's house with your girl. Your girl.
They were staying with him.
You're staying with your granddad in the house. Your girl is looking at your granddad like a piece of meat, and he's enjoying it, and he's juicing it in your house, and you're only finding out after the baby's there. That is rough. I'm so sorry. I mean, we can't even laugh about these things because this could actually.
No, I'm gonna laugh at you because of how you're saying.
Bro, no, because that's sad. That is sad.
Lord, give me strength. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie and sit here and be like, oh, I've been hurt.
Oh no, sorry. I got somebody
has to meet these hands.
You gotta swap his ankles and everything.
Who you mad at? Your granddad or your girl?
I know both. What are you chatting about? Why are you attracted to my granddad? First of all, what is it? Wait, hold on. What is it about my granddad that I don't have? Like, this wrinkled old man that's probably wobbling all over the place. That's what you're feeling. Wait. Me with my able legs.
Wait. But let's deep it though. Let's deep it. Yeah. Let's
taking the piss, bro.
Wait a minute. Wait. Wait a minute.
I'm fuming, cuz.
Wait. Let's just deep it, yeah. Think about it. If let's say the granddad had him at an early age, let's say 18, 19, at most 20, yeah. That's 20 years between them. Yeah, that's 20 years. Mama's sweating.
Bro, I can't even believe what I'm hearing. Yeah. So he's like 18, so that'll make him
Wait, so that's 20 years between them, yeah? For example now, okay, cool. Without being at my age, I'm 30. So I'm 30 now, yeah. And let's say my dad had me at 20, for example. Yeah, so my dad will be 50. Like, what's it called? There are some.
Why am I dating?
At the age of wait.
So you're 30.
Oh no, that's my dad. Wait. Oh, you're right. The granddad.
Oh, deep it. Granddad, not your dad.
Oh yeah,
Granddad, deep it. My guy.
Oh yeah, so that's like my dad's dad.
Yeah.
Oh my day. You know what?
Why am I dating somebody that is fancying my granddad? Nah, I'm sorry. My granddad can't have the juice like that. I'm sorry.
It just
what does that
mean?
mean?
Yo, you're right. Because that's the second generation. Because he's the first, then your dad's second.
That make
and
you
you're the third.
Yeah,
so you're second generation. I mean, big up
somebody
to the
that
granddad. The granddad's got a game.
Nah, you gotta swipe his ankles, bro. I don't know what that is, bro. I can't hear him. And then the girl, see, this is obviously, it goes to that political thing. Obviously, as gentlemen, we can't hit women and we never condone that. I don't agree with hitting women at all. But
I mean, there's nothing that says you can't set her on fire.
Man said set her on fire. Man says, but to be fair, I can't even lie. Yeah, because would you? My granddad, not even my dad. Like you had to go. Go at the top. Swear. Nah, you're taking the piss. You're taking the absolute Michael.
So you have to start calling the child uncle.
The ballet? No, sorry.
Nah, you know what? I can't even laugh at the situation, yeah, because this is someone's story.
This is actually, and you saw it, like he's down bad.
I'm not gonna lie, like I said, I know the Christian in me will obviously want to do the right thing, but the
question: are you telling me you just said the Christian in you is gonna do the right thing? So what are you saying, that you're gonna raise that kid or what? What are you trying to tell me?
No. As in, like, not retaliate, like just let them move their business.
I don't think. Look, God wants us to use our brain at the end of the day. Look, as Christians, we can't be stupid. You're trying to tell me that my somebody's girl is getting her back blown out by granddad, and I'm just supposed to turn the other cheek. Nah, sorry, God didn't make me an idiot, bro. I'm sorry. I don't know what I gotta do to that girl to make her just cry, but I gotta do something.
I told you, there's nothing against
No. I'm sorry. I'm Nigerian. I'm
setting them on fire.
I would just make life so difficult for the both of you.
No, you have to set them on fire, man. But reading the story, actually, I heard the plot twist. Here, reading the story, he said that he's still gonna raise the child as his own.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean by God gave us brains. What do you mean, God? I can't agree. That is something I can't agree with. Your girl is getting her back blown out by your granddad while you're sleeping in the house as well, and now you want to tell me that you want to raise the child.
Gone to work.
No matter how it happened, bruv. What makes you think? Why do you think you need to raise that child? Why? That's your relative now, bruv. It's not even yours.
Do you know what?
You don't need to raise it. You're not even.
Do you know what reminded me of? Did you watch Line of Duty?
Oh no, I haven't.
Okay, so for
no. Maybe I have. I can't.
So
remember.
For those of you that watch Line of Duty, yeah, if you don't watch it, go out and watch it. But in the last season, she found out that her dad was her uncle as well.
Jesus Christ.
So the mum and the brother slept together, and yeah, it was
much
messy.
pain.
It was messy.
So much pain.
Like, how do you even deal with that? Like,
family members, like
your dad is your
members,
uncle, your dad is your uncle as well.
I've ordered people to, if you that's just how you know you just hate the person, bro. You had to go for a family member. It couldn't just be not even an op, bro. Like an actual family member. That's who you had to cheat with. Like, that's just mad, bro.
I mean,
I can't lie.
I would just see if we've covered the actual.
Nah, that one is mad.
Yeah. So, like I said, somebody will have to die. God forgive me. I'm not gonna lie. Especially with the woman that I love and I've given my all to, and I found out that she's sleeping with my granddad.
I'm
not gonna lie. Like they say, listen, after God, fair women. But obviously, we don't know. I'm not trying to bash women here. We don't know. It could have been the granddad that made the first move.
It doesn't matter who made the first move, bruv. Even if it was my granddad that came up to her and she's coming, she's not even telling me. She's just going along with it. Like, she's busting it open for him, wrinkled and all. Nah, sorry. There's no excuse, bruv. There's no excuse.
As you can tell, guys, Alex is very emotional about this.
It's not even happened to me, bruv. But nah, I feel for the guy. I saw you yourself looked at the video. My man's in tears, bruv. This is a grown ass man.
And listen, I'm not gonna lie. It's a better person than me, because I'll take my L quietly. I'll take my L quietly. I'm not bringing it to social media. I'll just take my L quietly. You just see in the news that their house was burnt down and 2 bodies were found.
Just tweeting God is good. I swear.
I'm not gonna lie. You lot just see on the news. A house burnt down. 2 bodies were found. How the fire started. Is still yet to investigate. I'm not. Yeah. I mean, I'm giving them what's it called? I'm giving them a fast track to hell.
Nah, you got to. These are some things that you can't forgive, fam. God forgives, but
No. No, you know what? The Christian in me, the Christian in me, because I have to represent God now. The Christian in me would just have to I don't know. I'm never gonna lie. I don't know.
I'm sorry.
I don't know, guys.
If somebody has to die, God's just gonna have to understand. I can't lie on that one.
Look, guys, we're gonna leave it there, because boy, Alex is sweating, getting emotional. But honestly, thank you guys for sending your questions. It's been great. The ones that I didn't go through today, we'll go through on the 8th episode. And guys, if you've got more, send it through. We'll always, literally all the time, send them through. We'll ash them out. Obviously, like as you can see, we don't bait out anybody's names or anybody's age or anyone's identity. It's all anonymous. So yeah, just send it through, and hopefully we can advise and help in the small knowledge that we can. And obviously, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Tell a friend to tell a friend. You know, we're doing good stuff here right now. I say we are. Yeah,
I can't lie. I think we're doing.
Yeah, you know, Father to Father's podcast. Yeah, find us on YouTube, on Spotify, on Google, on Apple, on all listening platforms. And remember, we're here to empower,
educate,
and involve. I'm your host, Emmanuel.
I'm your host, Alex.
See you guys next week. Peace.